What is the difference of the cost of a 3-bedroom house in different parts of the country, that is Kenya, when you decide to use the same plan and the same design of house in different counties? So there is someone who came to my inbox. He told me that a 3-bedroom house cannot be less than 3.5 million. So when you look at a 3-bedroom house, I told you there are several factors that you consider before you determine the cost of a 3-bedroom house. Or when you finish your 3-bedroom house, the cost will vary in different places. So for example, we are using the same plan because the person told me is from Thika and they built a 3-bedroom house for 4.5 million. So he told me that that's the average amount of a 3-bedroom house. But for me, I know and I've been in this industry for quite some time. So when you are constructing a 3-bedroom house, it can cost you less than that money or more than that money, depending on what you want, the type of finishing that you want, the type of material that you want. So there are several factors that determines the cost of a 3-bedroom house. For example, we are using a same plan, the same plan in Kiambu and in Kakamega or in Kisumu. When you are using machine cut stones in Kiambu, you buy them at a cheaper price because that is the supplying point of machine cut stones. But in Kakamega, you transport them from Thika to Kakamega, so the transport will cost you when buying machine cut stones. But in Thika, when you come to sand, in Thika, 1 lorry of sand they will sell you at 30,000, 18-ton lorry. In Kakamega, the same ton you can get it at 12,000. So there are several things that matters when it comes to the cost of a 3-bedroom house. So a 3-bedroom house cannot be at a fixed price. When you come to my inbox and tell me that a 3-bedroom house can cost not less than 3 million or 3.5 million, you want to con people, because it can cost even less than that money. So the cost of a 3-bedroom house, if you use the same plan in different counties, will never be the same. You can't use 4.5 million to construct a 3-bedroom house in Thika, and you'll use the same amount, 4.5 million, to construct a house in Kakamega, or you use the same amount in Kisumu, in Mombasa, in Nakuru, Eldoret. The cost can never be the same. It can never be fixed. There are certain things that must be considered to determine the cost of a 3-bedroom house. These things can cut the cost of a 3-bedroom house even to a half when you construct a 3-bedroom house in Kiambu. It can be a half the cost in some places. Yeah. When you use materials like cast, concrete cast and panels, and let's say your house and the house you are constructing is not on a cotton soil, believe you me or not, you will use less than 2.2 million. Because casting, when you use the concrete panels or the concrete cast, you can construct your house in less than 2 months, and the house in less than 2 months, and the house will be completely done if you have the right people to do the job. Let's say, for example, you are constructing a 3-bedroom house. You have done your BQ. You need like 100 tons of sand to complete the house. And in Kiambu, every 18 tons goes for 30,000. And in Kisumu or in Kakamega, every 18 tons goes for like 10,000. You see the difference? And let's say in Kiambu you are using machine cut stones 9x9 or 6x9, and Kakamega or in Kisumu you decide to use bricks. You see the surface area of building a brick and the surface area of building machine cut stones, they are very different. There's a big difference between bricks and machine cut stones. Machine cut stones, they are load-bearing stones. For the bricks, you need to reinforce them if you are going for a flat roof, so that they can bear the weight of the slab. So the cost of a 3-bedroom house, when you are using the same plan, can never be the same, no matter what. It can be higher or less. That 4.5 million that you told me. And you sent me the house. You told me this house costed 4.5 million, and it's 250 to 230 meters square. You can build the same house in some places, and it can cost even 3 million, even 2.5 million. Yeah, depending on the finishing that you want. I'm telling you facts about construction. You know, some people may exaggerate these things so that we can get discouraged when it comes to construction. You can have your 2 million, your 3 million, your 2.5 million. You want to construct your house, but when you get a contractor, he told you that you can't construct this house at 3 million, yet it can. There is a certain client of mine it was in 2020. He came and gave me his plan, and he told me to do a BQ for the house. It was a 3-bedroom house, a flat roof. So there is a certain contractor. He told him that the house will cost like 6.5 million, and yet the house was 250 meters square in size. So when I went and constructed the house cost like 3 million, and we are in Kajiado. So you see the difference. So people may mislead others when it comes to construction, because some clients don't know, they are illiterate when it comes to construction. So people exaggerate some of this cost. The cost can be higher, but it can also be less, depending on the type of work, or depending on several factors. So some people should stop misleading others. When you construct a 3-bedroom house using the same plan in various places, the cost cannot be fixed. The cost varies depending on factors that are in your areas. Subscribe to this channel.